Remember the pistol stat? It's currently 3-1. So Astralis do have a little bit of a leeway going their direction. And the odds have once again restored in the favor of normalcy in Astralis' favor. 4-1. Almost as ditto as the pistol count. And it might just be if they're able to close out on this one right here. We've seen Mr. on the dualies. We've seen Blame F on the dualies. But these two players are the ones we got to keep our eyes on going forward because they're going to be the determining factor for Astralis. One win playing this very uncharacteristically slow, though.
Just looking to avoid out a heavier presence here, but that presence, at least in the form of Mr., is over in towards Hut. He's got the dualies here, but they're walking up slowly. Lollipop's going to walk into the crossfire here. Walk into the dualies, but Flamey and Travis combined. Mr. now activating on this flank as well, showing up big time. Mr. needs a whole lot more than one, and Flamey not going to turn the corner here. Way too wise for that. Mr. going to fall back as well here. Wait for Zipnix to stand in here. And he does strike from heaven, but now he's getting placed by Glowing. It's all over the map, but oh my god, Flamey just clotheslines him out of the heavens. And Mr. now knows he has one player locked in. Calling for help from Glowing. They have to get the bomb down now. They're going to attempt a double swing here, but Mr. still doing great damage. Just put things into a 1v1.
And he never grabbed the bomb, so he had to go and commit to that aim duel. It's 1v1, and he might know Mr.'s going around the world over to Hut, but he still needs to land this kill. It goes both ways, but Glowing gets the better of it. Beautiful headshot in the end. I told you it's a battle of aimers, and you'd want it no other way than to come down to a mere 1v1.
Man, Mr. played this one so very well as well. You can see that 1v2, just some sharp shooting coming through from Mr. right there, but he can't land it in time.
So, a lot of pressure falls onto the shoulder of Astralis for this round right here. We haven't really seen a lead get out of the wheelhouse, if I believe, 3-0, right? Yeah, well, actually, no. Astralis went 6-0 on Ancient, so that's the bar.
It's going to be tough to raise that for one win on the T side of NUKE, but definitely workable. Oh, but that spam. Right back though, Glaive. Gonna take care of Flamey. Anything you can do, I can do better right there. As he's able to spam right back. It is an interesting bit of map control here taken though. Established right now by Glowing, who snuck his way down the lower bomb site here, and looks like his first test is going to be Blame F, but oh, this off angle is pretty deadly. Glowing, no way you can anticipate that, and immediately dispatching of another is Blame.
Big kill on the rifles now again. He's going to have to try to pull this one out of the hat if you're one win, because manpower's already run pretty low, and you don't even know where Device is on the AWP. If he is on the op, for all you know. Dipnik's still worrying ramp. He's yet to be spotted too. Undetected is his angle. All three come running in. They get no kills off that. That might be big. Only one left to try to fend off his Device. Now drop shot range out. You know where somebody was. Still need to deal with Blame and 1-for-1. Honestly, better than you would have hoped for, considering how well he's played this series. But now you've got to take control of this site, and Astralis have festered over it. There is no safe haven. You must kill all of them if you want to get a plant in out of this one. Even denying it, Peeps open the door, and Mr. almost wins the round single-handedly. Device just waiting for the tap to come back through. Opens it up again. Deco turns around. And it looks like he's going to lose this round on time. He's even waiting for it to expire his Device. You don't want to lose this off. Yeah. Don't give it to Deco. If there's anybody you don't want having it, it's him. But he won't give it.
For one win to try and deal with Device.
Yeah, but now Deco does have a big green of his own. And we might see a big clash of all those Blame F. Oh, that might be a bad one to shoot off. But with Device behind you, I don't think he cares what he gives. So long as it's not his life, he'll keep shooting away, but finally he does tumble, fall to the ground. And 4-on-4 we lie, but it's very, very one-sided in a favor of Astralis when you realize Device, who's honestly looked pretty decent on the op so far, he's one of the players still kicking.
Yeah, he's able to open up that proceeding onto Deco, who's not an easy task, and this time he's repositioned into the perfect spot. As posted up in the ramp room. And that's looking like where they were heading at one point here, but no longer the case right now. Instead, they set their sights in towards the A side of things, and it puts all the pressure of the world onto just one man in Glaive. Very little support coming through right now. He does have a player close by in Mini. Or rather, Secret, I should say, but that's the closest character. Maybe a little bit of support from Heaven, from Zipnix, but if this is an end goal towards A, one would have the right target. Ooh, a noise being made there from Glaive. Interesting.
Hold up, though. Outside just been given over to the control of one win still. Single door opens and Glaive now needs to be a bit more timid about his approach into this one with a teammate behind him again. It's a crossfire that's going to be hard to break. Glaive, the IGL, shuts it down. And it's glowing against him and Device. Against the world, it feels, and that Molotov might just make time expire. Can't afford to go through it, but you also can't afford to wait it out. It's a rock and a hard place you're stuck between as all the utility starts to dry up. Device looks to just take the gunfight raw as they come. With the barrel spotted, it'll be easy pickings. Third for the Opper. And second to first.
Been able to do that this game. If the head-to-head in terms of the op has even favored him once. So finally getting over that hurdle there for Device is such a blessing. And even better blessing here is this investment here. It's absolutely nothing to work with for one win.
Well, still, though, you do kind of have to understand that Astralis was still in a bit of a precarious spot, regardless of what the buy is coming in. Because I talk about this all the time. I've talked your ear off about it. Like, you only need to cherry pick 2 more rounds to call this a good half. That's all you need. And you've got 9 rounds to find that going forward. That's not in the slightest unrealistic to expect. Now, you find 3 or 4 kills here, and you keep their money limited, and you still find rounds 2 for the price of 1. That's the big ordeal that Astralis are in right now.
Vice getting hunted. He whips out the USP rather. Lollipop does have something to say.
You've yet to earn them.
Ooh, look at this from Device. Starting to build some confidence here right now in the outer yard. Taking some initiative. Trying to get posted up in a forward position. How long does he stick around? Because right now he's not feeling any sort of pressure. So as long as he can just post up in this angle and spot that no one at all is towards that outer yard position, then he's golden to cover off so much information. Glowing is going to crawl his way up. And Device, will he be able to catch him? The smokes are tossed in. Device could instantly deal with him right now. Flash comes through. And I think that caught Device. He'll fall off here. And in the meantime, a 5v5 as the outer yard is being claimed late from one win. Glaive very close to that spam. Ooh, there's the damage.
Ooh.
One more bullet could have finished him.
That's heard, though. They know that's confirmed damage. They've heard those tags, and they're definitely going to call that over. So, you know, you have a little bit of an advantage, and I'd imagine Astralis might even investigate the potential of an outside retake, but they're all being baited in to go exactly where Astralis want them. Xipnik's Device both posted up desperately in the ramp room, and they've got the cross. What a sick crossfire. Astralis fighting the same front with 2 different players. It's not one you're going to break through, but Deco might. Low HP as he is, he's still got a chance considering how good this guy is in the past, but the bomb's dropped in Device's arms, and it's not one that's going to be very forgiving now, is it? This guy, I told you, we need to see more of him, and that's what he's been doing on Nuke.
Yeah, he's just in the right place at the right time. This is exactly what I was talking about. I mean, this is nearly his home turf. This is where he thrives on this map. Astralis got excellent performance on, so there's no question that we're going to see some more comfort come through from Device. It was so necessary as well. We were looking at him all series, just wondering when he was finally going to arrive in Glaive.
Control of things now, right? Usually this series and the series we saw yesterday, the CT side's been the struggle, been the weak point, but they've stepped it up, and they've stepped it up big time. Maybe even the ace in the hole was Nuke, so getting here probably their only goal at that point. Glowing snuck close, and he may have caught an unsuspecting mister on the opposite end of the mini wall. It's all a bait and switch, but finally he shows presence with the footsteps. And they reveal they've taken out side control. Now it's up to the hold from Astralis, and Blame F's here to hold.
What a perfect angle right there. Blame F in the right position at the right time. His job has become a whole lot more easier right now in this CT side. No longer does he need to drop 37. He has a massive support beam right now in Device's op, being ever present throughout the map, and Xipnik finds the perfect timing. Absolutely nails it. He would have stuck out a little bit too wide right there, and he might still. Travis finds 2 in return, catching Glaive and Xipnik's here, but Blame F is standing right beside him. Deco is aware of that push, though. Brilliant from him. Travis finally bested here, but Mr. can't keep his head on a swivel, and it's up to Device here. A great game, a great map so far for him, but he needs 2 more.
One of them's revealed their position, and if he finds Lollipop, then there's a world. But it's not the one we're living in. Deco catches him blindsided and finally wins one of the op-duel engagements in this game, albeit while they weren't looking at each other. But you'll take it, right? Cherry-picked, almost there, 1 round away from getting that 5th that you're pretty much aiming for. Other than that, it's just my...
Yeah, he's been caught a couple of times here. Flamey diving in and out there, but Glaive has no fear right now. And I said that they have that absolute pillar and device right now, showing up big time with the AWP being in the right place, right time, all of that. But Glaive also stands tall here in this third map, just as comfortable.
Oh my, I honestly don't even know where he died from. Finally, credit Device rears his head. But a bit too late for one win to be able to react to. And Device is having a game of himself right now. Even though it is only technically a 1 KD, it's like, when you consider he's only had the Opera a handful of these rounds, makes it even more worrying. And so far, it's so good.
An unbelievable job at reading this offense here in the last map. Looks like he's carrying over that same energy here now.
Are they going to run this back into A? I don't know if I like this very much. Astralis have kind of historically showed that A site is off the menu. Running it back might just kind of be a definition insanity, but seems like they're grouping up to try it, not yet making the commitment, but utility is a bit sparse. They've only got 2 flashes, a molly, and a smoke. Like, you don't really have much for this. And even if you get in, you have nothing to hold it. You can only molly either back site or top hut, and those are both angles that Astralis are probably going to be playing towards. There's a lot of vulnerabilities in whichever site you decide to choose to go into, so instead, they reroute through outside. They get some extra things going for them with a kill on glowing, but it's not going to be enough to win the round just yet. A little more needed.
They've seriously going to dive to that smoke. Oh, that's certain death. A little bit too much proactivity from him. It worked out in the last round, but this time he gets punished for it. It's not the end of the road, though. There's still 3 alive, and Zipnik stands on the B side. Actually calling in for support as well, but swinging that door right in their face right now. Device is left to pick up the pieces, but Flamey shuts Device down before he's able to multi-kill. And Mr., I don't know if his footsteps have been heard, but they will be soon. Call needs to be made here, and yeah, posting up with the op now is Deco. And Mr. might try and retreat, but look who's waiting for them. A warm greeting there from Lollipop, who will take care of him. And the full eco apparently isn't too costly as they instantly reply.
Double op T side, cool. That's a bit of miscommunication there, I think.
Yeah, it could be. Also, I don't know if they had an option for any other weapons. Maybe there's another gun.
Lollipop had an AK that round. I don't know. That was weird. That was weird, but it won't cost him that much. Zipnik's farms them both up regardless, so the secondary op plays no extra role. As an aid bounces on Device's feet, he looks for a bit more info in ramp, or maybe a kill or two, who knows, but they've already dropped down towards lower to pretty much cement themselves in B-site contention. And there's another rotate to be pulled. In fact, 2 down here, I believe Zipnik's, or no, I believe Mr. and Blame F. Both trying to fend this one off, and even delaying with the smokes perfectly placed, and even Glaive's gotten another on A.
It's going to be incredibly tough to anticipate this angle in control right now, especially with the baiting coming through. Yeah. Well, that's such a sick little communication coming through from Blame and Mr. As Mr. just peppers in a little bit of spam. It would be tough to imagine there was 2 rotated all the way down in towards that B bomb site already. And right now, Flamey left in a very impossible situation and walks right into Device's operate there. It just looked like one win.
Whereas if it's like 9-6 and it was 9-5 into 9-6, completely different game, right? So at that point, it's probably the main worry for one win, just ensuring Astralis momentum doesn't get out of hand.
Device gonna open up proceedings there. Pre-fire from Glaive. All right. Perfectly placed onto Flamey here. And they have this round in the bag. Oh, wait. I was saying that with the anticipation that Blame F was going to be flanking them, but all of a sudden, Blame F has fallen. This round does get a whole lot more interesting right now as to what they can do. They have full out yard control right now, and they could even split in towards Mini. Deco actually just got to bypass Mini and go right in towards Heaven. Glowing could split it up. They'll have 3 prongs of approach. Mr. just buys enough time here. Sneaking out there is Travis on 1 HP. Travis lands the second, the follow-up.
They're wrapping. This really comes down to this one aim duel, and Zipnik has just dropped the ball. Device has to roll back the ears and pull off a 1v2 to deny 1 win 6th. Moving in through Hut, though, you might think this one's a bit all clear. Looking the wrong way at the top of the Raptors. Deco falls. It's 1 HP. Device pulls out the sidearm. Travis takes the long-range duel, and Device don't need no op to win a clutch. He'll take it with a sidearm, and he'll steal it away from one win.
And this is much more like it right now for Device. It's so important that he's starting to step up right now. He's had a super quiet series up until this third map, and a 1v2 as the cherry on top on the CT side. Around that, honestly, Astralis had no business even winning here. Same thing is true for one win. They had themselves a 3v5 advantage. When
He's been using, right? We've seen a handful of them on pistols. We've seen a handful of them on rifles. Same thing goes for an op. This guy is multi-purpose right now, but multi-purpose is this A site as it's good for attacking and defending. Apparently, Astralis, it looked like they were going to get beat on the initial hold, but a lucky little connection from the man over in triple puts them right back into contention and springs them back to life. 2-on-3, but you still got Glaive so low over in vents. Might not be much and might not be integral to the site's hold at this point, but the bomb is dropped in the open. Mr. going back in for some regression, and he spots some tippy toes over in single to leave it all up to Glowing again. Bomb is retrievable, and he knows about a man's position over in the vents, but how can he clear him out? Crossfire set up, so as soon as you take one of these fights, you're probably taking two. Molly's going to force him into one, though, and now things get a bit more precautious because Glowing's got 1v1s to isolate around the board, and only one of them has a decent amount of health.
Well, and right now, Glaive doesn't want to press the issue because he's low on HP, but this does allow for an avenue down the vents, and that would not be known by anyone on Astralis. So it's all a game of timing right now. Just Glowing patient enough. No, he'll slide down the vents here, so no further re-aggression will take place. And now I think the big alarm bell is going to be these doors swinging open. Should be able to be heard here, and that's going to immediately trigger Glowing to really start moving on this clutch. Glaive and Blame F, the same is true for them, though. And the numbers punched in. Will he be able to slide on by? He spots out Blame. Now he has to worry about this flank of Glaive. He doesn't want to make any noise, Glaive. Trying to be silent about his approach, but Blame will just take care of business.
Dude, that's not a shot I thought Blame was going to hit, but so well aware in the way he played that clutch because you saw Glowing. He tried to bait out the push of a man over in the vents. He tried to maybe bait Blame F into the open, and to his credit, he did. But Blame F never gave it up. He still held the entire time and perfectly executed the man as soon as he went back into his
way that once Astralis, start to read in upon these T sides, if you give them enough time in that second half, I think that they can really figure out the formula. Glaive has warmed up the calling already as well, and he's warmed up in the server. Alongside that, Device is leveled up. All of these different win conditions arriving in the third map here for Astralis.
Perfect time, too. We keep talking about how much these wins are needed by Astralis. It's a necessity at this point. We've already layered in all the effects that would happen on a loss. But that's only because there's not really much to gain for Astralis, it feels like. Like, they already have... Right now, they have the play-in spot. They're only playing to hold on to it. They're not playing for too much. Well, I guess other than points for the studio LAN and the event. So I guess they are playing for a decent bit there. But there might be more pressure on the Back to the Future for Astralis, right? Like, this is still a bit skeptical. But they're trying to wake up a little bit, and they've done it very well in these later portions.
Getting a little bit of rush to shake off right now, but they look to do so here. But Deco, they're not going to go down without a fight. Blame F, though, going to take care of Travis. His work endeavor gets put to an end, but Glowing on these T sides has been sharp as ever and will deny further aggression from Blame. Will deny his exit path here. So such a heavy hitter taken down will force Mr. in towards lobby. They're taking good initiative, but it is vulnerable on that A bomb site. It's only a matter of time. 15 seconds left. I mean, right now, they've got 3 players in the back of Big Garage, and they've just now realized, they've just spawned into the fact that they have very little time, and Mr's the first hurdle they have to pass, and the test has been cleared. But is there enough time to play the bomb? No, simply not.
And they could even get killed after time here if they stick around for too long. Glaive. Full investment back from one win. Just another big leg up you have. And Astralis might be misreading the situation, but who the hell cares, man? You've got every little bit of momentum going your way. They're sprinting into the A site uncontestedly. 2 instant picks. Round shut down. 12 on the board. And one win might be breathing their last little breath here.
No question about it here. That their pressure is certainly put on their shoulders right now. It's an instant save call that's forced by Bears. Very little fruit. In fact, no fruit in terms of the kills. And Astralis aren't going to give you any exits as well. They'll just bail out safely. Handshake for a 12th round now. 3 players alive. Flamey's still going to hold on to that FAMAS, which is somewhat comforting here, but Glowing and Deco on just Deagles here. Looking to get another... their life in playoffs. The start that they had a Mirage. Null and void if they cannot figure it out here and now. If they can't turn the tides.
Ooh.
That's a nice start.
That could be a tide turner. You want to make sure Deco's on point, if anything. He's probably one of the only players who's going to start digging you out of this deficit on the CT side. How he can play and schlang around the AWP, it's no surprise to say that either. Util's still a bit of a bother to me, though, as they keep expending it, and they're not really getting much out of it. In fact, I don't even think Astralis are going to respect the smoke. No, they don't. They go straight through it. 1-for-1 trade. Combine that with an aid, though, and things get a bit more hairy. Astralis still stuck down by 1 man. And this could be the round that changes the tides for 1 win.
It's looking good so far, but also Astralis have been incredibly proactive on the repositioning here. A double up in towards Squeaky. Lollipop not really tuned into this at the moment. He takes an off angle of approach, but Glaive sticking out a little too wide could be costly. The trade is instant though, and that's going to allow the full site of A to be taken. And if they make it in time, Glowing is the only X factor right now.
Again, too, remember, this is like not even about winning the round at this point. It's more so like you get 1 more kill, and that's huge. Duck and Mini even 1 over in heaven. They jump through the smoke, though. You know where 2 players are, but if you're Glaive, you gotta find 1 more of them. Paint can smoke in. Bomb still yet to be planted, and it doesn't look like it's gonna get there. Glaive not expecting the off angle, and Glowing will hang on to 3 players for 1 win, which is way bigger than it seems.
They're staying afloat. That was the shot. Okay. We missed that. That was 2 rounds ago, though. But that's a sick one from Glowing. My lord. In Device's hands. But a fast A play here, throwing caution to the wind, and it finds an opening. Device follows it up. He doesn't need not play that, peppering straight through the smoke as well. A 2-on-4 instantly, and the call could be made just as quick as to fall out.
Dude, these initial takes from Astralis, I don't know if it's just something they're doing so miraculously well, or there's some major game plan flaw in 1win's playstyle. It feels like every one of these rounds has been Astralis doing something quick, right off the bat, going into a site, taking names, taking kills, and taking the round with it. You'd think after the pistol, what happens? Astralis, quick A pop, 2 instant kills, 1win's done. Here, same thing. Even in the other rifle round they converted. It's just been these explosions from Astralis that 1 win can't stop. Oh, all right, set him down.
God.
Goodbye. Oh, this off ain't saving either.
No chance. In the smoke, someone's gonna catch him. It's Glaive. HE tossed the.
You beat him on Mirage. I mean, it's hats off and credit to that, but like you still got it.
That you did. And they're just going to try and send it with an A take here. Why not? It's been working all half here, but this time they have something to say for now. But Device on the rifles has been stepping up here on the T side here. Want to give Mr. away back into this round as well. Could have equalized right there. Travis playing a dangerous game on top of the hut. But at a stalemate now, as the smoke settles, it is going to be an advantage for 1 win.
As one Leonardo DiCaprio said, it seemed like for the time being they are not leaving, but now they decide to reroute over and ramp, in which it's still the same thing. You just kind of get picked apart piece by piece, players peeking 1 by 1, and 1 win finally sweep aside a CT round again. Now, it's been a while since they've had something like this, but that's sadly not 15-5. 15-7.
By those vents for a short period of time, but he still slinks his way on in. And down the vents he goes there. You just have Deco to deal with. But Device is taking care of Glowing first things first. A game of timing here in the vents.
Well, first kill already found back for 1 win, so we're still 4-on-4. But nothing too crazy. Astralis, they're just looking for kills here. You're just looking to do some eco damage to 1 win. Let them make sure they're a bit unsettled.
Oh, get hit up the worst time.
An HE, Glaive, 1-for-1 trade. He'll take that with the smoke deployed, and it might just be a bit too late. Yes, spam comes through the smoke, and now again, normalcy begins to be restored. Glaive jumped in upon P250, grabs another kill, but that goes.
Astralis not going to be an easy team to be stalled out, especially on this T side. You can't stall them out for too long.
Absolutely not, but they've cracked through a couple of them, so who's to say one win can't add up to a couple of more and extend the series for just a little bit longer? But utility definitely favors the defenders right now. I mean, you look at Astralis, they really don't have that much to add up to. It seems like, again, they might just go in for an A crunch or something of the sort with what they've got set up, but both of their smokes now gone means I think you kind of have to just start winning some of these aim duels.
I can give you the X factor here. Full flash, though, towards that outer yard. Glaive actually dives back through the smoke, and Deco caught throwing a smoke of his own here. Oh, no. Just shows enough shoulder. That's a two-way smoke is what I like to call that one. And it allows for Mister to find an opening, and Glaive follows right behind him. A 3-on-5. This could be curtains right now, as they've completely gambled all their presence in towards B. But one last masterclass from Glaive to close out here on Nuke, unless they can't deal with Lollipop.
That's all it is, man. He's the only thing standing between Astralis and a series win right now. Lollipop's flank in hut could be the determining factor. He's already been spammed down to 31. Zipnix barely clears him, but in doing so might have just secured the entire damn series. Glowing, flamey, opposite ends of the map. But trying to add up to the same future right now. Glowing sees nothing over in lobby, but somebody's going to have to start fragging out, and somebody's going to have to do it soon. No you to left. They're all tucked into post plants. Every little nook and cranny covered for. And you still got to bait in for your flank of Flamey to come up through the vents. Glowing, he falls. Game might just be done. Flamey